Hey guys, as if there's not enough confusion and division in the church, there's some new nonsense going around that's really, really bothering people. I'm going to dispel some myths about Rh negative blood type people. All right. There are people online claiming that all Rh negative people are the seed of Satan through the lineage of Cain and are part Nephilim because and it's true, they can't trace back the Rh negative gene any further than they can Europe. So it doesn't trace back to any particular place. They can't trace it back to the first people. It just appeared sometime in Europe. So let me tell you some truths about Rh negative blood and then the lie of Rh negative blood. Many are telling these poor people that they can't be saved because they're Rh negative. Now the Shroud of Turin has AB negative blood. And some people really believe that's the shroud of Jesus Christ. It matches all of it. It was dated correctly the second time. The first time they were paid to come up with it to be proven a hoax, and it's not. It was actually dated to first century Israel based on the herbs that were on it and the linen. They had taken a piece that had been rewoven by some nuns in the 1500s instead of taking two separate places they were supposed to from. But they got $1 million grant for coming up with that. But if you watch, I'm not going to sit here and argue. I don't care if you think it's the shroud of Jesus or not. I just don't care, okay? But you can watch documentaries on it. It's pretty amazing. But in any case, it's absolutely silly. It's like Hitler with his eugenics, saying that certain people are better than other people because of their bloodline. It's straight out of hell to say these kind of things, okay? It's totally wrong to do that. I really need to turn that off. Okay. It's really, in a diplomatic way, for the people that are saying that, you're an idiot. I mean, that's horrible what you're saying to people, that they can't be saved. And I saw so many poor people on this thing going, what? I can't be saved, but I love Jesus and I believe on the death, burial, and resurrection to be saved. Yes, you are saved. You're a human being. It's absolutely stupid. I'm not going to get into the Nephilim. Some people don't believe Genesis 6, Jude 6. I do. I have been studying it for over 10 years, but that is not what this is about. It's about dispelling the myth that people that have Rh negative blood. Now, let me tell you what is true genetically of people with Rh negative. They have blue or green eyes. They have above average IQ usually. They have an extra vertebrae in their back and usually an extra rib. Often have Scandinavian type features. And that's what it's traced back to. There's the Basque people between France and Spain, where almost 50% people are Rh negative. But they say less than 15% of humanity is Rh negative. And they believe it's even as low as 7%. It also is claimed that they can have more supernatural or paranormal experiences than the average person, which I know to be true. I am Rh negative. I am an Rh negative blood type. My son is a miracle. He should not have survived. It is why his father has brown eyes and dark hair, but he still got blonde hair and blue eyes, because Rh negative people have the dominant blue-eyed trait. So I am Rh negative, and I am blood bought, and I am saved, and I preach the gospel every day. And I think it's really satanic to tell somebody because of their blood type they're unsavable. Only the fallen angels are unredeemable because they've already been in the presence of God. They've seen his glory, and they rejected him and rebelled against him. And Christ died for the sins of the whole world, all human beings. So don't let anybody, I've been accused of being a reptilian. I've been accused the silliest things you can imagine. People just believe them because they're on the internet. And I tell you, don't believe me. Look this up. It'll tell you what the real genetic traits of Rh negative people are. It's just absolutely silly to say this to people because poor little naive people will believe they can't be saved because of their blood type. This is the same nonsense that Hitler was teaching. So I wanted to tell you guys, it's really wrong to tell people that. It is absolutely true. What saves us? The gospel is 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. Again, I say it in every video. Eternal life is a free gift we receive by God's grace through the vehicle of faith. We simply trust, rest, rely on his death, burial, and his resurrection as he fulfilled scriptures written by the prophets and the Torah. He fulfilled them all. He still got some he's going to fulfill at his second coming, but he fulfilled all of it as the suffering servant who came, and he will return as conquering king. All right, and so all people that trust in that are born of God, into the family of God, a new spiritual DNA. Remember, that which is flesh, and that which is spirit. Whether you're Rh negative or not, that's your flesh. Your spirit is what's reborn. And we know the flesh wars against the spirit, but we're supposed to fight the good fight to bring the flesh under subjection through the power of the Holy Spirit helping us do that. And that's just to keep the devil from messing with our lives, and also so that others can see God in us. And it's not a salvation issue, though. All right, guys. I hope I dispelled this insanity over Rh negative people not being redeemable. God bless.